Well, you caught me. Listen, I've got the secret in here. If you want a proper lap time around here, this is for the crew. You're only as fast as your race team. Research suggests there's a good 10th in these. If you feed your race team right, that's when your race car runs right. So, based on science, I would say there's a good, there's a good 4/10 in this, for sure. Keep that to yourself, yeah? So what I'm going to do, I brought one of those wildlife motion cameras with me. We just leave these here, they'll just come along and they'll get them, you know? So, it was like I wanted to rip the steering wheel off the column and throw it out the window. Well, if you watched the testing yesterday, we might as well have been in Barbados compared to where we are right now. Miles has just taken the car out for a shakedown in the wet. How is it?
Morning. This is racing in the height of British summer, by the way. It was really pouring it down this morning when I went out. So we've got a wet setup on the car. Went out basically just to shake it down and make sure everything's okay, because they did a bit of work on it last night. It was worth going out because we found that the rain light had stopped working and the wiper stopped working.
Hence, shakedown.
Yes, so it was worth it for that, and I can confirm that you can't see a lot.
With no windscreen
wiper.
Funny that.
Just to spray off the other cars for a start, and then obviously there's a lot of rain anyway. So yeah, 3 laps. Basically, good bit of information, came in and parked it, and the boys will get it prepped now for qualifying.
Qualifying, 11:30.
And then we do the braking there.
It's real slow left. Running it early, so I'm taking qualifying first, which will be fun in the damp 20.
Yeah, everything's good, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks, bro.
P4 car 7 is at the minute with a 17.8. About second off pole.
They've got the wet setup really well sorted on this. GoPro's just dying. I can see it inside, shaking its brains out. Honestly, this thing, since the new setup, I mean, this thing's almost as comfortable in the wet as it is in the dry. It's amazing. Really, really amazing. The grip levels. I'm not used to the grip like that in the wet. It's just incredible. Miles took the second half of quali. Let's go and have a debrief with him and see what he felt. Seems like it dried up halfway through for him. So let's see. How was that?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, mate. It was going quite well actually. I tried to get going just straight away, pretty much. And I was on a flyer. I banged in a 15. I thought that's okay. Yeah. And then I was on for a flyer, and then I was coming into Vale, and a GT4 Aston put me in the grass at 120 miles an hour.
You're joking?
So I just obviously had to move away. I hit the grass and just boom.
That was it.
Like
over. See you later.
3 or 4 spins. At one point, the Aston's here, and I was looking at him. I was literally looking at his eyes like that. He's looking at me going. So I managed to keep it out of trouble.
Yeah.
But then after that, I mean, I got straight back on it, but I just got stuck in traffic.
Yeah, isn't it? It's really good.
You drove a stellar stint then.
Oh, what a shame.
No, seriously. At
Yeah.
one point, you were P3.
Right. I know. God damn it.
That was a mega drive.
Next time, man. Drivers, assemble! That was actually really nice. That was cool. We are, after all, halfway through the season right now, being here at Silverstone, but up there was cool. It was the first time we've had all of the drivers together in one place at one time, and hearing everyone's story is quite cool. And clearly, you know, whatever Prague is doing right now is working, because I got 9 cars on the grid this race, I got 10 cars on the grid the next race, and the idea is that next year there might be a single make Prague championship, so just a grid exclusively full of Praguers, which would be amazing. So anyway, that was awesome. Hospitality's cool, but this is where the real action's at. Got to get my head on the game, and then off we jolly well race. Yeah, you aren't seeing things. This is a Christmas present. Thank you. Oh, what could it be? Is this like a screen grab of a crash of mine or something? Let's see. Let's have a look. Wow. Go! Oh, mate, that is mega.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, this is the whole book of all of last season.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Yeah, it's all right, mate.
Appreciate
Yeah.
that, mate. So this is Dave. So Dave put me through my first racing season ever. And it's your fault that I'm in this thing now.
Yeah,
with
it's
a
a bit
sore neck.
different. It's a bit different, isn't it? Bit
That's
of a
awesome,
step
mate.
up.
That is
Yeah.
brilliant. Thanks so much. It's a very, very different driving technique. Like everything that I learned here is almost
Forget
out of
it.
the window, because
Yeah.
the reference points aren't like so what's a corner in this is flat in that, and the braking technique is so different, because at full speed down a really long straight, then you've got that full 1,000 kilograms of downforce. So when you apply the brakes, you've got all of that traction of full downforce. And then as soon as you hit the brake, the bleed off at the same rate as the aero comes off is essential. Otherwise, it just locks up and spits you out. It's your organic, mega downforce machine, but you really got to be on it. And I'm not afraid to admit it. I step out absolutely destroyed. So, this is quite cool. It's our first Enduro race. Miles is in the car for an hour now. Then we're going to come in, and there's going to be a driver change and a fuel stop at the same time. So both drivers have to be out of the car for that. So we're both behind this white line. Fuel dump, then I'm going to hop in and take the reins for the last half of the race. So with some luck, rain holds off because we've got some nice fresh slicks. Yes, very excited, mildly nervous, but mostly massively pumped for this. It's so cool to tick the racing at the Silverstone full Grand Prix circuit setup. Lights out, and we're watching it live. Nerve-wracking. We're about to come around here, look. So this is the corner here. Here we go, here we go. Can't be that bad.
Look at the windscreen.
Not cool. Not cool.
You know what to do.
Eat some cookies. It's the only answer for it, right? I mean, as quickly as it absolutely unleashed it from the sky, it's a stop now. Some progress have come in, a lot haven't. Hardly anyone's come in actually. It's tricky because I mean, slicks in the wet, not enjoyable at all. Miles is P1. He just worked his way through the field. Can't believe it. The rain actually played to our strengths, so it just started tipping it down. Some Praguers came in for a tyre change. I think one span out, and then Miles has just overtaken two cars on slicks in the wet. What a boy. Live timing. Miles is currently almost 13-second gap between him in first and second place. Dude's just driving it away. Amazing to witness. These boys. These boys.
Confidence. Race drivers need cars they've got confidence in, and the Prague gives you lots of confidence there.
Right, now I'm in it, I'm really nervous. We're in the lead effectively, and it's like passing a really substantial baton. Probably more nervous than I've been since my first race. Alright, so this is the uniqueness of the Enduro format during this season of Britcar is we've got to do a driver change in a minute. No driver can do more than 60% of the race. So Miles is doing around about 55% of it. We're coming in, we're going to do a fuel change. Both drivers have to be out of the car before the team is allowed to change. The fuel will go in, Miles will come out, I'll hop in the car, and then Miles will help strap me in. It's amazing, but I'm feeling the extra nerves because we're so in it. We're first place right now. First! Absolutely insane, man. Insane. You'll get tired halfway through.
So don't do qualifying laps all the way through. Find your pace, relax into it, and just chill out. Don't make any mistakes. Just cruise to the end, man.
Cool.
I just got about half an hour in and I just had to find a groove because I couldn't keep driving at that pace. It wasn't the fastest, but I just had to settle in, otherwise I knew I would, to the point where if there was a small steering correction, I was struggling to correct it. I was so tired. So I just had to back it off and find a groove, and I think it worked. It wasn't the fastest, but you know, we got it there. So, and then we had starter motor issues then, so they had to bump start it, which was not ideal. So James just needs to bring it through with no mistakes now. That's the only thing he can do, and that's how you win these things, I guess.
It's no one's fault.
Oh, no, what I'm saying.
Mate, honestly, your stint was so amazing.
Thanks for that.
You were doing 207s with no gears. 207s with no gears.
Yeah, you were still putting in the times.
So it's fine, okay? So don't worry about it.
F***ing change, that's all I'm just going. Just nothing. Nothing.
That sadly is how it goes sometimes.
Like you gave me the car with a 28-second lead.
Well, that starter motor failure cost us 40 seconds.
Did it?
Yes, 40 seconds.
So it didn't even bother me. I was like,
We still could have done okay, but I mean, it was starting to die when I was driving it. And then,
the gears.
yeah, selecting upshifts. And then, for whatever reason, about 25 minutes in, it just started working again, and then it stopped working.
I wanted to rip the steering wheel off the column and throw it out the window. Well, let's see. Miles handed me the car with a 28-second head start. The starter motor failed, so we had to bump start it out of the pits, which cost us 40 seconds. Wasn't too fussed about that bit. What I was fussed about was the gearbox failure about 5 laps into the race, meaning we had to short shift nurse it around for a while, which means we're probably using about 60% of the available power in the car. And then a complete terminal gearbox failure, which put us out of the race, resulting in a DNF. Did not finish. So now I'm here, drowning my sorrows in Haribo.
More specifically, Tanktastic.
Fantastic. So, yeah.
Hey look, dude, it proves a point. When we've got the equipment, we can put up a fight.
Yeah. It's the first time I'm going to have to use bleeps in my video. The profanity was substantial in the cockpit. Substantial, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to cut some out. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Ciao.
I bet you haven't done the whole clip all today. Well, I know you haven't done it yet.